I'm going to try to show you how to use this library guide that's been made for your class to find some good sociological literature. And we're going to use the search box that's here that's for a database called Social Sciences Full Text. And we're going to use the list of journals that's on the right. And this is a list of good journals. It's not exhaustive. There might be other good things that you can find, but these are ones that Dr. Whitlinger has particularly pulled out as things that would be helpful for this class. But if you find something great that's not in this journal list, feel free to ask her if it's appropriate. So I'm going to type in my topic that I'm looking for, which is racial identity and marriage. You can see I did it before. And when we get to our list of results, it says that we got 82. And so what I'm going to do is try to go through and see if I can find some articles that are in the databases that are in her list. So you might have to go back and forth, back and forth. I looked a little bit earlier, and I found this one that's in social problems, and it looked good, and so I'm going to click on that. And after I read the abstract, I decide that this is something I want to look at. So fortunately, we have linked full text for this article. And so we're going to go and look at the article and then not only skim it and see if it's going to be good for our paper, but also look through the author's list of citations as well. So you get a little bit of information about who the author is, why that person might be an authority to write about this issue, and all the information that you need to cite the article. And in fact, if you want, it has a citation service here that will help you to form your citation. Always double check those. So here's our abstract again. And keywords are important. These may help you for finding more articles in the future. But what I want to see is their reference list. So I could read the article first and get to the things in the article that I think are important and see who was referenced. But I think right from the beginning, I'm just going to take a skim through this and see if I see anything that's interesting. The more you do your research, the more apt you are to start seeing people's names that you've seen before and saying, oh, okay, I remember that this person we've read about them in class, or they seem to be a scholar in this area. What I thought was interesting was there were two articles by Elia Saperstein, and so that made me think that this author is steeped in this topic. She's written about it more than once. And so her first article was in 2012, and it's called Racial Fluidity and Inequality in the United States. I'm like, okay, yeah, I wanna look at that article. It's in the American Journal of Sociology, which is on our list. So what I'm going to try to do is see if I can actually find the full text of it. So I'm going to copy her name, and just to remember the beginning of it is racial fluidity. And I'm going to go back to our search in social sciences full text, and I'm going to drop her name. Let's see. Oh, I remember it. So in here, and I'm going to put this as our author, and it was racial fluidity. That was at least the beginning of the article's name. See if we can find it. Okay, it's the second one here, and you can see that it has linked full text. So I'm going to go down the road of exploring this one as well. And this is one of the ways that you can build the list of things that you want to look at. You can add them to a folder and keep that folder going. Let me go back to that article that we found. And so that was one of the articles, but I also thought this Rosenfeld citation looked interesting. The Age of Independence, Interracial Unions, Same-Sex Unions, and the Changing American Family. And this is a book, and the way that I can tell it's a book is because unlike this citation where I see the name of a journal, the volume, the number, and the pages of the journal, up here I don't see any volume number, no issue number, and I can see that it's been published by Harvard University Press. So this is a book, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab the name, the title of the book, and I'm going to go back to our page, and on this home page we have a catalog search, and so we're going to tell it to look for this title. Let's see if we have it. Yes, we do. So this book is available at the Duke Library, and it gives us our call number right here. If you don't remember how to find a call number on the shelf, that's not a problem. Just ask somebody in the library to get it for you. And you will notice that that HQ number is a sociological area, and it is about marriage and family. So it might be that even while you're looking for the Age of Independence, you might see something else about interracial marriages there that might be helpful for you. And I'm just going to do one more example. I'm going to look for another article and see if I can find one that perhaps is not full text in our library. So let's see if I can see one. This one is in Social Problems. That's one of the journals that's on our list. I'm going to take the author's name, and it's Constructing the Public Good. Let me look for it. There's our author, and it's constructing, what was it? I already forgot. Constructing the Public Good. Okay. Okay, here's the article, and that's great, but we don't have the full text included in the database. So just to kind of give you a reminder, you click on the full text button, and it tells us here that we can get the text from JSTOR. So it gives us a connection to another database that Furman has, so you can get the article. If it was not in any of the databases that Furman had, on this page it would say request this item, and if you click on request this item, that's how you get an interlibrary loan. And so I would just encourage you to do that. Don't go just for the things that you can find quickly online. If you request an interlibrary loan, it should only take a couple of days for it to come to you, and it'll come to your email, so you won't even have to come to the library. But that's just how you can make the most of using that database to find what you're looking for.